Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. It's about that time. Let's go take that walk and see what's in the fridge today.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today, I do appreciate it. Thanks for spending a part of your day listening to this old man flap his gums. Uh, Today's beer comes from Four Quarters Brewing Company. These guys are up in Vermont. This is their Ghost in the Sky, which is considered an American Double or Imperial IPA at 8%. My brother Greg was up in Vermont recently, and he swung by the brewery, I think, and picked us up. He wrote me a little note saying, a newer place just north of Burlington, Vermont, with a limited distribution. He got it at the brewery. While this is a double IPA, the brewery has a wide selection of styles to choose from. He says, I will be back for more from this place. So he was pretty impressed with the brewery. So let's see if I'm just as impressed with these guys as he is. So, let's jump over to Untapped. We have any other? Untapped says double IPA with Galaxy and Ella hops, but they have it at 7.5%, not 8. Uh, this one says 8% on the can. So maybe there's a 2018 edition of this. I'm not sure. I didn't see it listed here. Uh, I'm not going to search it out now. Maybe the 2017 or the last one they did was 7.5, and this one's 8%. But Beer Advocate, I think, has it listed as 8. Yes, they do. So, I mean, a lot of times you get a little bit of misinformation because different batches are produced and different ABVs and IBUs. Uh, these guys are not dating. It doesn't look like. He did not mention that, but I don't see anything in the can on the bottom anywhere. So, but he got it at the brewery, so pretty sure it's pretty damn fresh. I just got this from him last week. So today is the 5th, 5/5/18, Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. Uh, I don't think there's anything else we talked about. We got the commercial description, we got the ABV, we don't have IBUs. So let's get it on, see what we got. A big 16-ounce can with a wraparound stick-on label. And let's pour it, see what we have here. Alright guys, while I pour this, I'm going to tell you the cuisine is barbecue, cheese with pepper, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar. Your stronger cheeses, Gorgonzola, Limburger. Meat is game, grilled meat, and salmon. Glassware snifter, tulip, oversized wine glass. I got my favorite tulip glass today. And of course, Beer Advocate, since it's an 8%er, says you can celebrate it. Don't do that. Especially since there's no date on the bottom of it. Like he said, it has a limited distribution. So if they're distributing these beers, I'm going to come right out and say, if you can get this beer other than the brewery and it's in a beer store, it needs to have a freaking date on the bottom of it. That's just how I feel about this style of beer. So if you have to buy everything at the brewery, I can see why you could think you could get away with that, because everything's coming out of the brewery and it's fresh and you're buying it there. So, but if it goes to a beer store, it needs to have a freaking date on the bottom of it. So these guys up there at Four Quarters, you need to think about that if you're distributing this beer. You'll get a reputation of not dating your stuff if the stuff sits on a shelf, which it probably doesn't. Looks like orange juice in the glass. This definitely looks like a New England style double IPA, guys. And I even got the back end pour in there. About a half a finger of head on that pour. It looks just like orange juice, guys. Definitely an unfiltered beer. Looks like a juice bomb. These guys in New England are kicking the door down on that style. Boy, they kicking it down, I'm telling you. So let's get it to the nose, see what we got. Outstanding aroma. Wow. Ah, man. Oranges, very citrusy. Pineapple, grapefruit, pine. Mango. Maybe some clementines in there. Some stone fruit, apricots, pears, peaches. It's got it going on. Wow. So much stuff going on with this beer. Especially with Galaxy and Ella hops. Maybe a hint of some spiciness in there from the Galaxy hops. Smells absolutely outstanding, guys. Looks just like orange juice. I mean, if the head wasn't on it, I would say, that's a glass of orange juice. Wow. It's time. I'm about to drool on myself. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg. Looks pretty impressive, my brother. Smells impressive, too. Now, on the taste, I get the Galaxy hop. A little bit of spicy notes in there. Southern Hemisphere hops, especially New Zealand and Australian hops, have a little bit of spicy notes to them for some reason. But I do love that style of hop. A little bit different from what you get from the Pacific Northwest. It doesn't have that spicy twang to it. To me, anyway, just my opinion. Absolutely outstanding. I don't see how the back end pour could possibly change the color of it, but we're going to do it for our golf camera and see if it does. Man, it is so cloudy coming out of the back end of that can. Wow. Looks like a glass of orange juice out of that can. Yes, sir, Bob. Guys, very impressive beer. Right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. We're going to let this warm up, let her taste it. See if I can pry it out of her grubby little hands once she does. And we'll come back and see where this one ends up. Very impressive beer. I don't know if I've had anything from 4 Quarters Brewing before, but this is pretty damn tasty. Alright, guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it about 30 minutes or so. Very tasty beer, guys. I would buy this beer if it was available here and it had a date on the bottom of it. This one does not. That's my biggest fuss from these guys, especially if they're distributing this beer. That's what Greg is telling me, that they do just have limited distribution. So if they're sending these out to the stores, hopefully everybody there that can get it in that area is buying them pretty quick. I would not buy this beer if I didn't see a date on it, even though it is an awesome, outstanding, world-class beer, guys. That's the only thing I'm going to say about that. Final chug. I know he picked this one up at the brewery, but he does tell me they do limited distribution. So what does that mean? Is it going to the beer stores? Is it going to the grocery stores? I don't know where it's going. Are they distributing kegs to some bars or brew pubs or restaurants? I don't know what that means. Guys, to me, this is a 10 beer and a 9 can because it doesn't have the date, and that's where I'm going to put it. 98 for me because there's no date on the can. But it is awesome. If you can get your hands on it and you know it's a fresh beer, pick it up, give it a try. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 4.27 in our outstanding range. I think it's a little better than that, guys. I really do. It's a very nice example of a New England style double IPA. It's outstanding. So I think these guys need to look into getting some kind of dating machine if they're distributing this beer. Unlike Treehouse and some of the others that don't distribute, you have to buy it at the brewery. Maybe some of these are getting out to some of the stores, so needs to have a date on it, guys. Over to Untapped, they say 4.19. I also think it's better than that. So guys, I'm giving these guys a better grade than both of these groups are doing. I think it's an awesome beer. If it had a date on it, it would get to 10 from me. So that's going to wrap it up. If you've had this one from 4 Quarters Brewing, this is their Ghost in the Sky. Let me know what you think. I thought it was absolutely outstanding. Put a date on it, boys. Don't make me slap you. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. If you've had it, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.